Welcome to the House of Royale, episode 17, my pretties. It is a Halloween spooky-ass special with vampire fangs, witches, ghouls, and goblins, and the star of the mother show, Miss Gina, the founder of Little Miss Nasty. Give it up. Woo!
Hello, gorgeous.
Hello, beautiful. I cannot believe you're here. To me, you're one of the biggest celebrities in Hollywood.
Girl.
Really?
Don't be silly. You're so cute, though. Thank you.
It's so true. And I feel like I have my own little personal coven today with my sister Witch. Even though I'm wearing vampire fangs, you can be a hybrid, you guys. It's fine. The fangs are by Leonardo Cavallero. He's a real vampire. Yeah, it's crazy.
On a grill, that's Fangs.
Yes, okay. Shout out to Alligator Jesus. I'm going to introduce you to Gina, and he's going to hook you up with a custom Little Miss Nasty grill.
Please.
Yeah.
I love.
Yes.
Absolutely require it for this.
I was on the website looking at your guys' merch.
Mm-hmm.
They have custom vans, you guys. Like, I was so impressed.
Thank you.
Tripping over the fact that you look like this 16-year-old child, and you're like running this like empire.
Well, thank you. Thanks to Kimberly.
You're such a businesswoman, Gina.
Thank you.
So, okay, this is the craziest thing, you guys. Let's talk about our childhoods, because the other night you and I were talking about dance.
Yes, we were.
And we kind of grew up idolizing the same choreographers. So can you tell us the story of how dance began for you?
Okay.
Where you're from, and like how the do you know Dee Casperry and Mia Michaels?
Wow. I grew up in Michigan, a small town called Hell. Population 72. So I was one of these, hellions, I guess you would call us. And the only opportunity to dance was 30 minutes away in a town called Howell. So my mom would travel us out there every day after school. And I joined a competition team, as I'm sure you might have been a part of.
Yeah, well, my mom owned 3 dance studios.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Which is a nightmare in and of its own self when your mother is like
I know. Dance moms are crazy.
Yeah.
But I just started dancing as a young child. I did gymnastics too, the whole competition circuit. And I was really, really good. The best in my studio, or one of them. And I knew I wanted to eventually move to LA or New York and start a career. And going to these conventions and competitions where all the LA teachers are there teaching you, you're learning from them, you're idolizing them. I was like, hi, Dee, do you want to be my baby daddy? Because he was so hot back in the day, right?
He was. No, really, though. Like, really tall. Had, like,
just talented.
He was, like, the first Pete Davidson, or, like, the first, like, Bieber Fever or whatever.
Yes.
And nobody understands the dance world. It's its own planet. With its own celebrities, and Dee truly was like our own little Pete Davidson.
Yeah, because he had this dark energy, and it was so seductive, and his choreography was different and unique and interesting compared to every other, lyrical or modern teacher. So he stood out. He was interesting looking. He had fucking fangs too.
Yeah.
Right?
And for us as kids, it's like we weren't just listening to Fiona Apple, Tori Amos, Imogen Heap. We were looking at these masterpieces.
Yeah.
With the movement and like their soul just like bursting through the lyrics and the music. And when I watch your show, Little Miss Nasty, the other night I got choked up. I truly did emotionally, because it brings me back to those days watching just the deep connection, the movement, like just, it's in your blood, and it's just so beautiful to watch, and it makes me miss it so much.
You can still dance, my love.
Well, I mean, I do. Come to the club. No.
I know.
No, I've literally been dancing to Coming Undone lately.
Oh, of course. That's so sick. I love corn.
because of you.
Huh.
So yeah, it's like I see you. I feel the spirit when I see you guys dancing to these songs, especially when a song from back in the day comes on and I'm just like, I'm literally going to start crying. Very few people understand. Very few people are dancers at that level, you know, and we were at the top of the top level dancing with the best dancers in the world. For example, one of Britney's backup dancers, Brooke Lipton, like she was an assistant when we were children. And I think our girls, like our 16-year-olds would call her the Beast.
Yeah.
Because she always wore like a chain choker and like just killed the choreography.
Yes. I'm surprised I never saw you in New York growing up.
You did, but you were so fucking focused on Nick Lazzarini.
Oh my God. I was obsessed. I'm telling you, when I give stalker vibes, I stalked that man. Ever since he was a 7-year-old boy, I went to New York every summer dying to see Nick Lazzarini. Yeah. He was so amazing, just incredible.
Well, that was us. My mom was his coach until he was 15. Yeah. Yeah.
You're
wild. Well, I mean,
I idolized students from your school, and I was like, if I could be that good, I could have everything. Because I was more of a performer. I wasn't technically amazing doing 8 pirouettes on each side. I mean, I could throw down some shit, but I went out there and worked it and threw a sexy touch on it, honestly, when I was a kid.
Yes, absolutely.
But I would just perform my face off, and that's how I got recognized in those type of situations. But seeing the kids from your school, nobody compares.
Oh man, memories. It's bittersweet. It is. So as a dancer for you, I stepped foot into the music world. I didn't want to be a tour dancer, a backup dancer. I wanted to be the star. Yeah. So I was like, fuck that. I moved to Nashville and did an EP. So for you, when you're like 17, 18 and thinking about what you wanted to do, you were like, I'm going to LA.
Yeah. At first, New York was my dream. And just going there every single summer, I'd walk around and be like, Mom, I'm going to live in an apartment just like this with the staircase coming down to the street and walk to my coffee shop. It was this whole fantasy I had. And it was the only big city I was really familiar with as a kid. Mm-hmm. So I did move to New York first. And I pursued dance there. I worked at Broadway Dance Center. I was assisting some of the major choreographers out there. Wow. And someone in New York was like, you have LA feet. And I was like, oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like, I think my feet are, busted, but they're very high arched and pointy. And I guess I just had this flair. And I was like, oh, shit. But I ended up venturing across the country in my beat up car, made it to LA. Did the whole Edge scholarship program, which is another intense training. And which,
situation. By the way, let's rewind really quick because I would like to do a shout out to Joe Lantieri.
Joe Lantieri, the low pony, the across the floors, the everything.
Who's a vampire too. Hello, Joe.
Maybe that's why we're so goth now.
Right?
Me and Joe just rubbing off on us.
New York City Dance Alliance.
Yes.
Was the convention that we would all go to every summer. Yeah. Very special memories. So thank you, Joe, for that.
Yeah.
And then also, can I review LA feet really quick? So LA feet mean that you have great feet.
It means I have phenomenal feet.
Work. Because feet are everything, you guys. If you're not a dancer, you need to know, like, feet are very important.
Oh, for sure.
Yes. So that's incredible. I mean, I love watching you dance. Have I seen you barefoot? You guys are barefoot on stage.
I don't know if I would have the confidence to go barefoot on stage and show my haggard dance feet, but check out my OnlyFans. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Where can we get feet pics of Gina? Thank you. Okay, so you moved to LA. You did the Edge scholarship.
Yep.
Oh my God.
7 classes a day, worked my ass off, became basically incredible.
Yeah. Do you remember any of the teachers?
Oh, yeah. It was like Kevin Maher, Mandy Moore, Tabitha Napoleon, just all of the icons. Tavares Wilson, I don't know if you know him, but there's so many. Who else? I don't know. My brain is fried.
It hits so hard emotionally. And like, I'm hugging all of you dancers out there. Like, there's still so many of those choreographers on Instagram and Facebook, and they'll reach out and like say hello. And it's just so beautiful. Do you remember Terry Beeman?
Oh, yeah.
Terry's still killing it.
He is fierce. He has his company. And I don't know if they still perform, but they were back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of dreamed of being on that too because they were intense and technical and everyone was so beat. And I was like, ooh, if I could be in Terry's company, I could.
Terry is like J-Lo. He never ages.
I know.
And his leg is still behind his head.
I know.
Do you remember John Crutchman?
Yeah.
Okay, same thing. Leg behind his head.
For sure.
Front aerial.
Brian Friedman kind of raised me in the dance world too. And RJ and Nick. So those guys were more of my mentors coming up.
Yeah.
And they kind of took me under their wing and I would assist them and teaching jobs all around. And they hired me for all this stuff when I was coming up. So I just love those guys.
Okay, so but what about like the tea and the hot goss in the dance world? Because it's not all rainbows and sunshine.
Oh, no.
Like just like music, just like film and TV, it's like when you're dealing with artists that are, you know, celebrities, like people at the next level, but even the backup dancers, you know, like it is very difficult to stay out of the drama. So like, not that you don't have to like talk about anything specific, but for all of like the 15, 16-year-olds out there who are coming into this scene, do you have any advice for them in order to like maintain relationships and like keep it professional? Because I know how difficult it is out here.
Yes. I feel like when I was coming up and working professionally as a dancer, I had so much discipline and I would never be late. I would never say no to the choreographer. I was doing everything asked, and just nowadays I see such a lack of discipline. And I don't know if it's people, you know, coming into more of their personal power and preference and like, I don't feel comfortable doing that today, so I'm going to say no to that move, which I think is bullshit, because when you're a trained dancer and you're growing up and it's so disciplined in ballet and your teachers are teaching you the skills that have been passed on for, you know, generations.
Yeah.
And now it's just becoming so loose. And so I feel like dig down and find that
work ethic.
Yeah, that discipline inside and stick with it, because that stands out now, because not everyone is replying to their emails. Not everyone is on time. Not everyone is down for what they're signing up for, you know? And so if you can just be the best you can always be, and you'll stand out, because a lot of people are fucking slacking.
For sure. But at the same time, too, I think we're in the era of like creating our own little worlds.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like for you, you were like, okay, I have this idea and I'm going to like make it blossom.
Yeah.
So like for any of the kids out there who want to be choreographers, I would say definitely take your vision and run with it. Like starting right now, because if you get lost in the sauce as a backup dancer, that's like really tough. Because
and also when you're on set, instead of going on your phone on Instagram all day, because honestly,
children.
On set you aren't going to be working the whole 12 hours. You're going to be in and out for 30 minutes at a time. During that time period, watch what the other people are doing. Watch the crew people. Learn how they're working the lights. Learn what lights make the performer look good. Learn how the choreographer is working the room, what the director thinks. Go look at the camera behind the scenes and see how the other shots are being filmed. You can learn so much that you can then, when you decide, you know, I want my own production company, I want my own show, I want to go choreograph for this and that. You have those tools and you know how everyone works. And number one, be nice to every single person.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick. People remember that, and it matters. Nobody wants to work with a bad attitude.
Right.
Nobody wants a stank face on set, moping around with dark energy all day. Even if you're feeling like shit, go in there with a big-ass fake smile and blow the minds of everyone and just be cool.
Do you have any rituals to get out of the like bad mood? Because I know for me, I'm such an emotional woman, artist, like all the things, all the hats that I wear, like, you know, as an editor, as a producer, like, and I have to find ways like am I gonna light some incense and like sit the fuck down and meditate? Like, what am I gonna do today to like get out of this darkness? Is there anything that helps you?
Yeah, for sure. As soon as I wake up, before I even open my eyes, I lay out my day and how I want to be throughout the day. And so if I know I'm PMSing, I'm a raging bitch, I feel horrible, and I have to go run a room for 7 hours today, and I could flip at any second and snap on someone, you know, like being a woman, it's a thing. And we can't control it, but we have to learn how to control it. So on those days, I just honestly pray and meditate. And I say I'm going to go out there and be the best I can be. I'm going to be love and glow and a magnet and draw everyone to me, spread love. I just plot it out first thing in the morning before I even open my eyes. And kind of put it in the universe and try to stick with that.
That's beautiful.
Just repeat it in your brain.
I mean, you are a prime example of manifestation is so real. Like it truly, you think it and it just manifests and becomes this beautiful thing. And I don't even know how long obviously I've known you since I was a kid, but I didn't really like meet you for real until, I don't know, last year or the year before. I don't know how long it's been.
Yeah, maybe like a year.
Yeah, maybe longer.
When I saw you. Time flies.
But I just know how hard it is, Gina, and I have so much respect for you because I have been an independent artist for so long, and it's always me finding the choreographers, the dancers, the money.
Yes.
You know, so I commend you. Okay, so for some funsies, we were talking earlier when you were a dancer in LA before Little Miss Nasty started.
Yes.
There were a couple of artists that you auditioned for, one being Britney. We love you.
Love you, Britney.
Okay, so you have a Britney Spears story.
Oh my gosh, I do have a story.
Which, by the way, like
Let me get away.
Some hot tea like on my side of the pond. I'm glad that she's out of the Sam thing.
Oh, I know. I never understood that. Honestly, I was like, this guy, I don't know about him. I just had this feeling.
Yeah. And I think everyone's gearing up for her to make a comeback. Like, I hope it happens.
I hope so. She has so much in her, so much fire and creativity she wants to release. I mean, you can tell her Instagram. She's out there dancing every single day.
Yeah.
She just wants to perform.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't?
So one thing you said, and I know this is so true, for you guys that aren't in the dance world, this is a thing. When casting directors are choosing dancers, they really want the dancers to look a lot different than the main artist. And you know, in the pop world, it's difficult for girls like us because they compare us to the singer most of the time. So for you, that was the deal with Britney, right?
It definitely was, because when I was a professional dancer, most of my years, I was blonde and tan. I had the Christina Aguilera blonde on top, black underneath, just cut Britney body. You know, I idolized them. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to look like them. But I also wanted to work for them. And so it was disheartening when I would go to auditions and all the girls with red spiky hair, like a shaved buzz cut, were booking the jobs. And maybe they had one blonde woman. What was her name? I can't remember.
Brooke was definitely the redhead.
Oh, yeah. Brooke was the redhead.
Leo always posts with the Britney stuff.
So, you know, I didn't really have that chance. One time I did work for her as her body double in a music video and took all of her parts.
Wow.
But that was the closest I got until...
Do you remember what song?
Yeah. You Want a Piece of Me?
Oh, my God.
So that was actually a time where she hired all blonde girls.
That's so
But
iconic.
I was booked as her body double because I was just her similar size and body shape.
Iconic.
Yeah. So I was so happy about that. But my friends were choreographing for her, and it was kind of post shave my head, rocking the wigs, controlling her alcohol intake, and like party around her and all this and that. But they're like, Britney's going to Chateau tonight. Who wants to go? We're going to get a table. And I was like, I'll go, because of course we're obsessed. We're young, and it's Britney fucking Spears.
Yeah.
So me and my best friend, Lindsay, rolled out with all the boy dancers and choreographers. We're partying. And then she's like, let's go to my house. Let's keep the party going. And I'm like, all right, let's go. I was like, we're going to Britney's house. Like, we were so excited, cruising in the car, coming through the gates, pulling up. We're like, oh my God, I can't believe we're here. So we're just dancing in her living room, the same living room on her Instagram stories. Still today. We're living. We're having so much fun. And she's like, let's go upstairs and try on some wigs. I think she wanted to change her wig because we were going in the hot tub.
Okay.
So it was just an all over the place situation. We're like, let's go. So then we're upstairs getting into bikinis. We're all naked. And she's like, y'all boobs are so cute. And she's like, lifting hers up and letting them fall. And she's like, you had no kids yet, have you? And we're like, no. So we're all just topless together with Britney, a dream come true. She switches her wig out. We go down to the hot tub. There's a man she brought back from the club.
Mm.
But I don't know if she like wasn't feeling him or whatnot. So we were kind of scissoring around her in the hot tub, making a cage so the guy could not have access to her, just things like this. So that was an iconic memory of finally getting to hang out with Britney Spears and play with our boobs together.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God. Brittany, we love you so much.
Brittany, I love you. I'll come over and play dress up any day or dress down.
Yeah, and Little Miss NasTy will come over and shoot a video at your house.
Yeah, and you can be up there on the pole. Give a cameo. Girl, get in the show. I'll give you a solo.
Oh my God. Like maybe a goth remix of a Britney song for her solo.
Yeah.
That would be
I mean, so many of my girls have been her backup dancers for long periods of time. Yeah. And so I'm sure she knows what Little Miss NasTy is and follows the girls and sees what they're doing. So we could inspire her one day.
Okay, so how did Little Miss NasTy begin? Like, where did the idea come from?
Little Miss NasTy began at the Viper Room, the iconic,
my God.
Sunset Strip, baby. It kind of has like a Pussycat Dolls come up backstory, similar backstory. Mm-hmm. So the booker at Viper Room, he's like, hey, I want to rock and roll burlesque show. You want to do it? And I was like, okay, I'll do it. So I just came up with everything and had an audition, cast the women. We started doing little 10-minute shows at the Viper Room before national acts as like a local opener residency. And it grew from there. Wow. We just dabbled around. You remember the old Key Club?
Yeah.
We did a residency there. Then we transitioned into more of the gay scene, and we did girl nights at the Abbey every Wednesday.
So
and we did like Dinah Shore and some gay pride stuff. And then Harvell's, which is our current LA little residency home spot. I went to see a show there, and then my friend was like, hey, she has a show. And he's like, all right, let's do it. So it was kind of just like a in the right place at the right time moment. Yeah. And I got to produce our residency show there.
Okay, so shout out to Harvell's. Back in 2015, I think, I shot a music video there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and Jason and Valerie Young choreographed it.
Oh, my God.
And Val is with Madonna right now.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been with me for years. They've done like 3 or 4 of my videos and a couple of my live shows. I love them like family. Aww. And then Jason's doing Carrie Underwood right now.
Oh, cool. Is that in Vegas?
Yeah.
Awesome.
8 and 1. But yeah, Val has always been Madonna's double. So crazy. Like, I can't even imagine.
That's awesome.
I mean, I'm sure you can, but that's hard work.
Yeah, she's still doing like hitch kicks and all of it, and
Yeah, I want to talk about the athleticism for the people that do not know Harvell's and the amount of work that goes into this show. It's really like watching Olympic gymnasts. Like,
much.
You guys are grabbing onto handlebars, going upside down in the center splits. Like regular splits, doing suspension. Yes. Sometimes you bring in contortionists.
Yes.
And then you have your own customized prop, which is like this metal bar, you guys. It's so wild. And
the jungle gym.
Yeah, the jungle gym. And all the girls are up there like swinging upside down. And it's just incredible. It's like Cirque du Soleil meets Rob Zombie. Speaking of which,
oh yeah, for sure.
Back in the day, you guys did a little thing with Rob.
Yeah. Right when we started at the Viper Room, we got a call from the Viper Room, and they said Rob Zombie wants you to perform his whole entire album, top to finish, as they debut it live streamed on their website. And it was the remix album. I'm not sure if you're familiar. It's called Mondo Sex Head. Okay. And I still use some of those songs in our show today, but I had all the girls come out and we just went 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 freestyling the entire album. And it was so much fun. You know our song Lords of Salem with the capes?
Yeah.
That's one of the remixes we still use from that album, so it's pretty sick.
Rob.
Actually, my boo looks like Rob Zombie a little bit.
Shout out to Marc. Okay?
Shout out to Marc.
who has been helping you run this amazing production.
Yeah.
From day one, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
It's really cool to see you guys as a team. And that's another important thing I would like to bring up because, you know, for bitches like me out here in LA,
yeah,
it's really hard to find not only good people, but like a partner, a man, like a man that has your back, that, you know, loves you, that supports you. That's really difficult out here to find good guys. And when I see you guys, I don't know if you know Queen Herbie. She's an amazing artist. I'll send you a playlist of Queen, and you send me a playlist of I want a breakdown of your show songs.
Oh yeah, everyone does.
You should just make a playlist and put it on Spotify.
I know, but I'm kind of a gatekeeper because there's so many copycat shows that will just legit rip everything off.
Only I get a playlist.
And I
no one
search
else.
for this shit for days. I will lock up and go through 20,000 songs to find the one. And then for me to do all that work and some other bitch to steal it, I just can't.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, F that. F that. But if you do decide to give me the playlist,
I'll give
I won't give it to anybody. I swear.
I have so many good playlists.
I'll sign an NDA in blood.
That's
okay,
hilarious.
Okay, so the beginning of the show, the light show song, did you guys record that in the studio, or is that?
You mean the like
you don't have to say the artist
intro?
Yeah,
that's Apache.
Oh, okay.
So I'm obsessed with him right now.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to
been.
say his name, or should we edit that out?
No, that's fine.
Okay, because
I feel like people would know.
All right. Okay,
I think.
Yeah, no. I know Apache. That intro is savage.
Yes. So Harvell's, our LA residency at the moment, is our smallest production out of everything we do. It's very much a toned down version of our production. And if you ever had the chance to see our Vegas show or our tour show,
I'm coming.
Or our New York shows or anything like that, it's so much bigger, better. We have crazy visuals that go along with everything. But the fun thing about Harvell's is like it is so intimate and people are right in your face and we're dangling over their heads. And but, you know, we still have the same sick playlist. So that goes everywhere with us.
Who programs the lighting with the songs?
Marky Poo.
Wow. Okay. Marc just killing the game with the light show.
Yes.
I did see photos and video of the Vegas show. It is crazy. And there's a new globe.
Yeah, the Sphere.
Okay, the Sphere. What is that? I haven't been to Vegas.
It's a concert venue. I think it's an arena, right, Marc? Yeah, so
Area 15?
Area 15
is separate.
Is separate.
Okay.
Area 15 is a compound / mini art district. I don't even know how to describe it, off the strip. And they're just expanding even more in the future. But they have a main concert venue, sort of like EDM stage outdoors for raves. And then they have this venue called The Portal with the 360-degree visuals inside. And that's where we've been having our residency. So our show eats you alive. It's everywhere on every single wall, larger than life visuals, just an intense atmosphere, booming music, and my biggest cast yet. It's really over the top and
I have
the
to
best.
come.
You have to come.
I will be at a Vegas show. I'm gonna make it happen.
Yes.
Like to heal my soul, I'm gonna come.
Oh my gosh, you will leave changed, a new woman. You'll just be like glowing, empowered.
But like,
crying.
will you guys find me like a hot rocker boy to bring as a date?
Yeah.
Do you know any?
I mean, sure I do. There's a lot of hot rocker boys that moved to Vegas and are living there now.
Okay, perfect.
It's
I'll
a
just
thing.
meet
It's
there.
a thing.
Yeah, I'll just come and like give me 10 and let me like decide.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I don't even know. Can we talk about Gen Z? Like, who the fuck is a hot like rock singer who's like not
I don't know.
in their 50s? Like, I feel like where the fuck did they all go, you know?
You just have to like zaddies.
It's like that category, Ghost Main.
Oh, I love Ghost Main. Obsessed.
But I need to find the boys that are in that scene.
Well, there's a lot of up and coming kind of metal trap guys that are younger little boys, like the face tabs and the scrappy, dirty hair, and like chain smoking. But you know,
are they all players? Do you think?
Probably.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it, but you know, Maybe.
Single for life, baby. I'm just trying to build my empire and like encourage other bitches to build their empires.
You're killing it.
We were talking about this the other night. Like we know a few girls out here in LA because there aren't very many. It's not like everyone's a star, you know? But there are a few that you and I both agree that are. Yes. And it's so heartbreaking to see people just kind of like not do it anymore.
I know.
And I really needed that talk, Gina, because it is hard. The thing about showbiz is being persistent. And
for sure.
You can't throw in the towel. Because as soon as you feel like it's game over, that's when shit's about to pop off.
Oh, for sure.
And I so love having that talk with you because you are on fire and you're like, there's no way in fuck that I am gonna let any of this go. Like you've worked so hard to get to this point, and I feed off of that energy. Like I need to be around people that are like here to win and like kill it. And on top of that, like I want justice for women. Like I love men, of course. I'm boy crazy. Fucking love them. Love dick. Love men. Fuck me all day. However, the men in this industry that hold us back, that don't give us opportunities because we won't fuck them or whatever. You know what I mean? Especially in music. No. And I'm sure you deal with that because it's like if you were single, they would try to get at you. And and because you're not, it's like even more of a problem.
I know. It is very concerning because I do see solo artists that are other women who are hot as fuck and talented just getting passed around. And if the manager comes at them with some weird pickup line when really we're just trying to work together or, you know, rise up in life, it's just, and the girl doesn't respond, the guy's out of there. It's just like, oh my God, like what the hell?
Yeah.
Let's do something instead of work with our dicks.
Okay. Oh my God. So speaking of which, today on Instagram, I had to restrict somebody's Instagram account, and he's actually like a professional in the industry. Like he does like camera lighting, like he's, you know, a known person. And the topic was for the women. It wasn't for men to be like, yeah, baby. Like it was an educational post about orgasms. Okay. And I deleted his comment and I restricted his Instagram account for your own good, homie, because it's like, and this is why I bring this up. In the beginning of Little Miss Nasty, you have a voiceover and you say, you know, it's don't touch the dancers unless they decide they're going to touch you. And you also say, you know, you of course we encourage recording and posting and tagging, but don't be creepy and record the whole thing.
Yeah, like a perv.
Right, like a perv. I love this voiceover. It's so unique, and it should be in the beginning of every woman's show, whether they're a singer or a dancer or whatever the fuck it is. Because it's so true. It's like, men, you guys still need to learn how to be respectful to women. Like, we want the men to enjoy our sexuality and we want to feel empowered and powerful.
For sure.
But at the same time, there's boundaries.
Honestly, I perform for the women and myself. I wouldn't even feel comfortable. You know, our interactive show at Harvell's, we wander around the audience, we get in your lap, we're on your table, we're in your face, we're over your head. If for some reason I'm wandering around freestyling, I end up by a man, I'm like, I will turn and grind on the woman first and foremost. I don't want anything to do with grinding on some man just because of this reason, you know?
Right.
I'm here for the women, and honestly, I feel like we have more women at our show anyway. And they love it. It's our audience. It really is.
Let's talk to the women for a second, because I think people can get the concept. They can like kind of misconstrue the concept. Okay. Because I have publicly stated that even though I am a world-renowned musician, I have still been a stripper. And I love strippers. I love exotic dancers. And I understand that game like nobody else. And it's beautiful and it's amazing. And I love those girls like they're my fucking family.
Yeah.
So when it comes to this type of show, I really want women out there who are like, maybe they're super religious. Maybe they think it's blasphemy, or like maybe they think women shouldn't do that because it's so disrespectful.
Yes.
But the thing is that it's unlocking our power as a woman. So can you speak on that for a minute? You have a school.
I do.
The school of Little Miss Nasty. Okay, so preach. Tell the people.
I think there is that misconception, and just women on Facebook are the absolute worst. Middle America, I cannot. Oh my gosh. But they're like, ew, how disgusting. You should be ashamed. Just men lining up, salivating front row. And I'm like, honey, if you ever came to our show, you would see women lining up front row, first of all. Women crying because they're so empowered by us. Mm-hmm. Women loving it, walking away, feeling like the baddest bitch out there. And like, wow, she really went that hard. She really rocked out as hard as a man could or more. It's not, people think of burlesque or a sexy dance show as we're going out there with some strippers, we're escorts, we're hoes. Mm-hmm. And we're professionals, we're trained, we're entertainers. It's not like we're walking around on the streets, in nipple tape. I mean, I do it sometimes. I am today. But that's just me. But it's
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
We're out there acting. We're putting on this role of a boss-ass entertainer. And there's nothing to be ashamed of. We're expressing all women's sexuality from this edge all the way over to this edge.
Yeah.
And we're able to act out every single part of that and express it through art and not be ashamed and have people feel like they shouldn't be ashamed of it either. If we're up there doing this and expressing this, why?
It breaks my heart that we have so many women living on planet Earth that are never going to know the feeling of true freedom.
Yeah, I know.
Sexually. Feeling like a high priestess and literally owning the fucking room.
Yeah, I know. I just feel so lucky that it's in my blood to want to act like this.
Yeah.
And then to have the chance to give other women the opportunity to join this journey with me and go out there. And I feel like I change every woman's life that is a part of Little Miss Nasty and our audience members. But it's really interesting to see how they grow once they...
And I'm sure in those classes, when you're dealing with women that aren't doing this on a daily basis and it is a little bit new to them, or maybe they are dancers, but you're giving them this intimate, safe space.
For sure.
To be this sexy vixen. I'm sure you've seen plenty of girls break down and cry and tell you their stories about how it's even healing their trauma.
That's one thing. I just held a School of Nasty intensive in Las Vegas a couple months ago, and 2 girls walked in so shy, and they're fully alternative and just in the corner. I could tell they have no dance experience. They're full beginners. And they're just... honestly, little tiny girls, little sad kittens. I was like, hello. I'm like, I'm Gina. Are you okay? I'm like, thanks for coming. We almost didn't come in because we were so nauseous sitting in our car from being nervous. We almost turned around, but we're here. We have no experience. Oh. After this class, she was telling me how healing it was, and she came in for personal reasons, for breakthroughs, and she had them. And I had another class a week ago, and they showed up in their front row, beaming with confidence, full beginners, but they're eager to learn because they felt comfortable and seen, and it was a safe space. And just watching them walk in so shy, barely coming in the door, to showing up again in the front row, ready to rock, I was like, it's my girl.
It's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So let us remember, children, even if you see tape on some titties or a thong or fishnets, this is a way to express. This is a way to heal and empower. And it's not just Little Miss Nasty, it's all over the world. There's even a documentary on Netflix. She's an older woman, and it's called S Factor. And she's bringing in women who are over 50 years old.
Oh, cool.
Moms. Hello. And these moms are crying too. And they're like, I'm not having sex. I feel like shit. I don't feel sexy. And it's like, okay, we'll come to class. And let us remind you what it feels like to be a woman. It's so powerful.
And I think with Little Miss Nasty, it's not just being glamorous and beautiful and feminine and sexy on stage or pretty. I mean, I just rip my hair out of a bun. I don't even curl it. I go on stage looking like a dirty rocker rat. But we express so many sides of the human. I mean, we're out there acting like animals, beasts. We're going so hard, crumping. We're spitting. We're sweating. We're playing with knives. It's not just the pretty foo-foo hi, I'm a beautiful woman. I'm here to be sexy. It's we're showing how you can empower people and make someone feel something by being rebellious. No fucks given, just balls to the wall. You know, there's a wide range of personalities and vibes that we serve. And I think that's why a lot of people can relate. Because like, oh, they aren't just perfect little girls, you know, doing a bot mom. And like a head roll. We're up there, head banging, we're thrashing, we're digging our nails into the wall. Sometimes I slap women when I walk by, you know, just because. Or I spit and I rip off my clothes with anger and rage because that's my way to express, you know, what women actually feel.
Yeah, the beer being poured on the drums. Like, I fucking love that.
And we're fucking animals, just so barbaric. It's just raw.
Yeah, it's like a tribal circle and you guys are just fucking like
it's a release. It's therapy and a release. And I feel like the performers feel that. And since we feel it and believe it, the audience is like, damn, like they aren't fucking around. And I feel that too.
Hell yeah. Yeah. And also, same thing with the strip club environment. For couples out there, I encourage you guys to go to something like this because it can really like, you know, bring the fire back in a relationship too.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is why a lot of couples like come to the club because they want to see, you know, dancers dance and it turns them on.
Like, for sure.
Yeah, so let us not forget that we are the healers of the world.
I'd love to have ya.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so what's happening right now? Let's talk about the things that are about to come out.
Oh my gosh, so much. I feel like we're just nonstop. I'm hanging on by a thread, but pushing through. We're heading out on a national tour. So we take our show on the road all around the country and experience all different types of audiences, people in Oklahoma, you know, people in San Francisco. So across the board, we take our show out on the road starting October 19th. In SoCal, we're traveling all the way over to the Dirty South, all the way up to the mountains in Denver, San Francisco, making a little lap around. So check the dates because we are coming to a city near you. We're bringing a spooky show. It's, you know, it's the season. So that's coming up first.
Really quick, do you notice a difference between cities? Like, do you have a favorite city? Like, is there...
It's shocking because some cities where you would think they'd be very conservative, and they are, you're like, oh, damn, I don't know if they're going to really take to this, but we're going to go as hard as we do anyway. Wichita, Kansas goes in. Although they're so conservative on the outside, those are the people that need the release the most, I feel like. But tickets are flying off the shelves for Wichita every single time. Oh, yeah. It's packed wall to wall. The girls are going crazy. And when I tell you girls love us, it's like swarmed with women in the front. Just country girls going off.
Well, and
Houston loves
there's a lot of witches in Wichita. That's
why. No, there's not. Texas loves Little Miss NasTy. I mean, the Dirty South loves Little Miss NasTy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to Houston because that's just one of my favorite cities to perform at. And also Salt Lake City, who, you know, is very repressed with their religions and whatnot. They did kind of lay some rules down on us, like the size of our pasties and you can't touch anyone or maybe tone it down. But we went and did our show on our last tour there. And we're like, okay. And then we ended up getting away with our normal self.
Cool.
And they fucking loved it. Like, Salt Lake City comes through. These people they need this.
Yep. They truly do. And what about music? You came out with a few singles this year.
Yeah, so we're going in.
Yeah.
Okay, so the past year we've been recording an album. And it's kind of been on the hush-hush. And actually, people don't even know it's coming out yet. But
oh, my God.
But they will now.
Exclusive?
You might get the exclusive. And so we've really been finding women who can sing, who have vocal abilities, who are songwriters. And it's been one big collab. And Marc Jordan is our producer, who's also our manager. And we all wrote together, recorded it in New York, Vegas, and LA.
Amazing.
And we're dropping that in January. But our first single will come out probably right before our tour. And our first single is called Bad Girls Romance. And so is our tour. And so is the album.
That's like my middle name.
I know. It's so perfect for our catalog of music and just our vibe right now. Yeah. And there's a lot of strong messages in some of these songs that are definitely going to make a dent in history.
Yeah.
Honestly. We're here to make a stance on some issues, and we're going in. So
hell yeah.
Buckle up, bitch. Get your
Okay,
Spotify playlist ready.
I want to dig into that. Well, we have literally 10 minutes left, but I do want to dig into the lyrical content really quick. But previously this year, what's the song You're Fucking With the Wrong Bitch?
Oh yeah, you love that. You are so cute. That song. And the Kiss Boys are on it.
Ooh, the Kiss Boys.
I love
honey.
the Kiss Boys.
The Kiss Boys.
Did you see them perform at our show ever?
I did.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Oh my
they popped
effing
up.
god. Okay, name
People
drop.
They're like,
the I think it was like I've only been to your show maybe like 3 or 4 times, which is still, that's a lot.
yeah, it's a lot.
But the last time I went was with Elia, and one of the Olsen twins was there.
Oh yeah, that was such an honor.
And it was the night the Kiss Boys were performing.
Oh my god, thank God, I forgot that was all together.
Yeah. Was it Mary Kate or Ashley? I think
Mary Kate.
Mary Kate, yeah. Okay, shout out Mary Kate Olsen.
I didn't know she was there the whole entire first act. And then our door lady, she's like, Mary Kate Olsen is here. And I was like, okay, childhood idol. I mean, fashion
Did you get to
idol.
Talk to her?
No.
Okay,
so
because
devastated.
I'm such
Did you?
an idiot. I'm so stupid. Mary Kate, please give me a second chance.
Come back to the show.
I went outside to smoke with everybody.
Yeah, was she smoking?
And she was out there smoking.
You should have brought up a convo. Been like, bitch, come on my podcast.
And she was looking me up and down, and I was like, just turn around and play it cool. Just pretend like you don't notice. Like, because you feel bad with these.
I know.
They're so famous. You just want to leave them alone.
I know. I don't think I could ever. I would just be like,
But sometimes they want a friend too, and I could tell she was kind of like, I don't know, maybe I'll talk to you. I just couldn't do it. It was too intimidating.
Well, when you're in charge of the show, like I am, on our last tour, we played the Viper Room as like a homecoming.
Yeah.
And Cara DeLavigne's publicist reached out the night of the show, and she's like, Cara wants to come and get a table. Can we buy one still? I'm like, yeah, there's like one left. Get it. And she was there. We were all hype as fuck.
God.
We were like, Cara's here. And so we went so hard. Our heads almost flew off of our bodies. And honestly, every time I freestyled, I was like looking at her, just dead in the eyes. And afterward, I was like, I'm just going to go grab her. And I went straight in. And I was like, hi. I'm like, come with me right now. And I drug her down to our merch area. I'm like, pick out what you want. Let's get a photo. I kind of forced the situation, but she was kind of cool with it.
I'm surprised that you weren't on stage with the girls, Cara, because we've seen her on the red carpet.
Oh, I know. No, she's in a much better place now.
I loved it then. And I mean, even if that was still happening, that would have been amazing to see Cara up there.
But honestly, my friend Sophia Butella, I think the celebrities are coming to our show because of her, because they're all of her friends. And every time she comes, they come or they know about it because of her. So I love you, Sophia.
That is amazing. I think, do you guys have photos with Cara?
Yeah.
We'll drop them in
That's
here.
when I forced her to come down and take a photo and, did
she
my
loved
thing.
it. She wanted it. She's like, tie me up, please.
I'm like, let's go. I'm like, sorry, Marc.
Okay, and then so for 2 minutes, let's talk about the lyrics for the next single that's coming out. My what is it called?
Bad Girls Romance.
Bad Girls Romance, which is so me. I just met a cute boy this weekend.
Oh my gosh,
I'm crushing so hard.
This is a total sex song. It's so nasty. It kind of just explains our individual fantasies, which a lot of women can relate to, and men. So it's just over the top. It's going to be a strip club anthem. I know every single pole dancer, stripper, burlesque girl, heels class, everyone is going to be whining and grinding to this. It's so nasty. Yeah.
Well, shout out to Spearmint Rhino. All the DJs at all the Spearmint Rhinos are going to be bumping.
Oh yeah,
all of Gina's shit.
Yes.
Per usual.
Yes.
Okay, so and then what about, you can't talk about any of the other songs. We're gonna keep that a secret.
I mean,
any features or collabs that you can drop or no?
I think I'm gonna keep it a secret.
Okay, let's keep it a secret.
January is kind of far away, but
okay.
There's a huge message coming. People, their jaw's gonna be on the ground. They're gonna be screaming from the fucking rooftops, joining the forces. Think Rage Against the Machine coming in hot.
Yeah.
But Little Miss NasTy.
So in collaboration with the aliens. Right as the aliens are coming down, Little Miss NasTy's just gonna drop.
Yeah, exactly. No, for real.
Amazing. I can't wait. I fucking love your music.
Thank you.
Yes, we need more women in music for sure.
Let's go.
Have you learned how to produce yet? Or have you fucked around with Ableton or?
I I have fucked around with some Pro Tools and whatnot, and I do have 2 Fierce keyboards, but it's my dream to start producing.
Same.
I know my shit is going to be so weird and eclectic and out there, but that's like what I want to do.
Yeah. Well, I've been learning Pro Tools since lockdown, so same.
Mm-hmm.
And I just posted on TikTok that I'm looking for female producers because I can't work with boys anymore.
How come there's so many men doing everything? It's like, oh, the producer's here, it's a man. Oh, the videographer is here, it's a fucking man. Where's the
I'm forcing myself to fucking stop everything until I get girls that I really vibe with.
Yes.
I'm looking for that perfect female producer. And that's the other problem too. Is like there are girls that produce, but it's like gotta be so niche. Like I'm niche, you're niche. It's like it's got to be someone that really understands the sound. And that's why. Yeah. And you know what? It's fine. Like we wait, we let the universe bring it, and we also learn how to produce ourselves.
Yeah, fuck it. DIY, bitch. Let's go.
Because I would prefer to just make it my fucking style.
Yeah. No, I love doing everything on my own. It's hard for me to give the reins up. And I'm like, I could just learn this and do it.
Because as dancers, we hear it, we see it.
Oh, yeah.
We already know.
Oh, no. Our music video for Bad Girls Romance is so over the top. Instagram probably won't play it. I mean, I'm sure YouTube will with 18 plus on it. Mm-hmm. So we're thinking about debuting it on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
And I'm editing it because I'm a fucking sick editor because I know sound to movement and I've been editing all of our videos.
Dude, that's always been a problem for me as a dancer with the editors.
Yeah.
Like, and shout out to Vinny Hobbs who like just won a bunch of awards for like Cardi B and like Nicki Minaj. Like he's a great editor, right?
Yes.
But as a dancer, it's like when the kick drop hits, the leg goes here. Like, hello.
We see movement like that with musicality.
It's so obvious.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, we'll get there. Okay, so next we're gonna pull a card from the Witch's deck.
Ooh, it's witch season. Well, all year round, but
all year
for normal humans, we're here.
Yes, and this is Cardsy B. Bex. She's so amazing. I'm gonna have her on the show too. But she illustrated this deck.
Cute.
You know, I feel like Little Miss NasTy needs to have their own tarot deck.
We do
for sure. Yeah, and House of Royale is gonna make one too. Like, let's just all make our own tarot deck. Okay, so I'm gonna let you choose a card for your fortune this week.
Are you gonna do a little spell?
Yeah.
Oh my god, which one are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Wait, what?
Who did you get?
Madonna, Wheel of Fortune. Shout out M.
Oh my God. Who is going to Madonna's show?
You are.
Okay, wait, let me get the book.
Are you?
I mean, yeah. Okay, so shout out to Matt Katie, who is choreographing Madonna's tour.
Oh.
Like, I hope Matt can just like get me backstage or something.
Or on stage.
Yeah.
Or collabing on a song. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they're over there slaving away right now in rehearsals.
Oh.
Okay, so what is her
Wheel of Fortune.
Okay. My whole coochie is just out. We're doing reviews. It's fine. You guys, we need subscribe, okay?
Yeah, subscribe.
Like my pussy's out for y'all.
Like, share, subscribe.
Okay, so Wheel of Fortune. Madge reminds us that life is never predictable and change and evolution are necessary. From material girl to yogi to mambo, she teaches us that innovation comes from constant growth. And this is the upright is transition, movement, and change.
Ooh, that's so right on right now. I'm going through a change.
Yes, hell yes. You're transitioning into your High Priestess era, or not villain era, but like boss era. You've always been a boss. You've always been all of these things. What era is this?
I don't know. I feel like it's the truth era. Ooh. Just because I feel like women or just like the team around me, I'm really finding, you know, the people like to take it to the next level. I've dabbled around. I've had some fucking fun. I've done this and that. But now it's the real deal, the meat. Like, let's go.
The truth era.
The truth era.
Hashtag.
This is my truth. I'm living my truth, you know?
I love that. Okay, so where can people find you on the interwebs?
They can search Little Miss NasTy. Our Instagram is at Little Miss NasTy. We're trying to grow our TikTok. That's a whole thing.
Same.
At little.miss.nasty. So follow me there. LittleMissNastyOfficial.com is our website with everything on it. Show tickets, tour dates, merch, Pussy Gon' Eat You shirts, fuck t-shirts. I make custom stuff. There's Witch Couture. There's all the vibes, y'all. And all the basic Little Miss Nasty brand stuff.
And Gina and the Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, that's my band.
Yeah.
So I know it's a long-ass name. It frustrates me so much. But at Gina and the Eastern Bloc.
Yeah.
And not Easter, Eastern, like
Eastern.
East-West.
Yes. Okay, so definitely stream their music this weekend, you guys, for Clear Skin and good luck.
Yeah, go to Spotify too. Listen to our tracks.
Definitely. Okay, you guys, this was episode 17 of the House of Royale. Happy Halloween. And we're going to be posting the out of this.
Yes.
Until next year, okay? We love you and have an amazing week. Bye.
Bye.